What's the point in learning to code when AI can just simply do it faster? Or what's the point in learning to rig a character now in Unity when AI can now do it in seconds? Or what's the point in learning to design when AI can just design? In fact, what's the point in building anything at all when the machine will build it for you? And today, I'm going to answer it for you.
And our guest, Colin, he built his first website at 15, and he started his career as something called ethical hacker. He built a full service agency out of Australia and New Zealand. He worked across 38 countries and hundreds of industries. But the reason I'm glad Colin is here with us today is simpler than any of that. Colin spends his life answering many of the questions that you might still have. He went down the path that you are currently on, and he can hopefully answer your questions. So please welcome Colin Cooper.
And welcome everyone, and good afternoon. I hope everyone is doing well today. One quick thing though, this is more of a workshop than a talk. So grab a pen and paper or something to take notes on if you can. Because what you write down today, you will use tomorrow. So let me take you into a room with me. And then the door opened and Grace walked in. She handed me what might have actually been the best CV I've actually seen all year. It was a first-class degree. Every technical box was ticked. And within 20 minutes, I knew I wasn't going to hire her. And let me tell you why. Because this is the thing that changed how I see all of this. Grace, she was 23, sharp, warm, did everything right. The kind of person you instantly actually want on your team. I liked her. The whole room was willing her on. So I closed the folder, looked at her, and I gave her a real problem. The kind we were actually facing every day with no model answer and nothing to revise from. And I watched the light go out. The pause, the glance down at the phone, hoping, waiting for someone to hand her the answer. She could do the task, there was no matter about that. But she couldn't do the thinking behind it. And year after year after year, I've watched the same thing. The CVs have got stronger. The technical skills have climbed. But quietly underneath, human skills, they've been draining away. Look at how fast the ground is moving beneath us. Think about it. Radio took about 30 years. I think it was 38 years that it took to reach about 50 million people. Television was around 13 years. The internet was 4. And for most of history, a technology that changed the world often would take decades to fully land. And then the platforms arrived. And then that clock went into freefall. Facebook reached 100 million users, in about 4.5 years. Instagram was 2.5. TikTok, 9 months. And ChatGPT, well, they hit 1 million users in just 5 days. And by day 60 was over 100 million users. Everything before it took years. This has taken days. The speed we're living at now is so fast. So with everything moving this fast, I think this is the first thing writing down. Across every turnaround that I've ever done, every high-performing team I've built, the same 5 human skills have kept showing up. And the companies that didn't have them, 9 times out of 10, couldn't move when the ground shifted and ultimately failed. And I think, actually I know, the last one, if you only master that one, the other 4 will fall behind. But you'll want all 5 to really be successful. So let's go through them. Okay, the number 1, critical thinking. We're about to drown in confident answers. AI will hand you a polished report, 40 slides, every chart perfect, and not flinch when the number underneath is absolute nonsense. This is the one person in the room who looks at all of that and says, hang on a sec, no, that's not right. That can't be right. The machine will defend it to the death, but you need to be the one that catches it. Number 2, creativity. Having the idea that isn't there yet. The thing that nobody has thought of. But AI has a catch, you see. It's trained on everything that has already been said. It can only ever remix the past. I would say the most confident echo chamber ever built. The idea that breaks that pattern still has to come from a human, from you. Number 3, curiosity. When you were about 5, you would have asked about 300 questions a day. Why is the sky blue? Why do I have to do that? What happens if I press this? And maybe some of you still want to do that. You drove your parents up the wall. By the time most of us, though, leave school, we've stopped asking questions almost entirely. We get rewarded for the answer, not for the question itself. But in a world where the machine has every answer, the most valuable person in the room is the one still asking better questions. The people I've hired over the years have never stopped asking them. Number 4, emotional intelligence. The person who can walk into a tense room and read it in 3 seconds, who knows what someone needs to hear, and I think more importantly, when to say nothing at all. AI can fake the words, but it can't fake the feel in the room. And there's a newer layer now that's starting to emerge. Emotional intelligence with technology itself. It's knowing when to trust the machine, but then also when to pull back. It's noticing how AI is quietly shaping the way you think, feel, and pay attention and maybe even talk. That's the kind of awareness nobody needed 20 years ago. But people file these under soft skills. But I believe in working with thousands of people now, it's the hardest skill now of the 5 to fake. And it's the first thing everyone notices when it's missing. And number 5, adaptive leadership. Anyone can lead when there's a map, calm seas, a clear plan, follow the steps. I'm talking about the person who holds the room together when that map goes up in smoke, when the plan just falls apart and nobody, including them, knows what's coming next. No job title hands you that. It's just who you are when the pressure hits. And it's about to matter. Actually, it already does. It matters more than ever. And there it is. That's the 5th. The one I told you to wait for. If you write nothing else down today and just write that one down, you will be good. So step back with me for a second, because there's a bigger shift happening underneath all of this. In the space of about 2 years now, AI has eaten the age of knowledge whole. It holds more than you and I could ever hope to hold in 1,000 lifetimes. It hands it over, that knowledge, in seconds. So if knowing things was the prize, that game is now finished. The machine will win every single time. And this is the part most people are too frightened to see. When knowledge becomes free, the only thing left that's rare, the only thing the machine can never be, is brilliantly, unmistakably human. So when someone asks you, what's the point? Or what's the point of you when the machine can do it? This is the answer. We are not in a technology race. We are in a humanity race. So how we learn has to change. How we work has to change. And how we lead has to change. Always keeping the human in the loop. So why does that phrase matter so much? Keeping the human in the loop. So in 2024, GitHub found more than about 39 million secrets leaked across its platform. API keys, passwords, the actual keys to the kingdom. Why? Because people had an idea. They wanted AI to build it and then ship it without ever understanding what they've made. And this is the line that I want you to hold onto. There is a world of difference between AI assisted coding and what people are now calling vibe coding. And the difference is you. It's understanding the method, it's understanding the security, and it's understanding how a real human will use the thing. Can AI help you with all of that? Absolutely, and it should. But we're moving into an age where security and compliance matter enormously, and the biggest companies know it, and it's what they are looking for when they're hiring. They need people who are able to understand this, not just use AI. So the human matters more than ever. Which brings me to Michael, to one of your questions that you asked. What are you actually looking for when you are hiring? Everyone is looking for the same thing. It's these 4 things. And I'd like you to write these down because they're only short. So number 1, I'm looking for, and others are looking for, when they know when something's wrong and they say so. They speak up. That's the opposite of freezing. Number 2, they ask questions nobody else in the room thought to ask. Number 3, they can be trusted with a decision. No hand-holding. They're able to lead straight away. And number 4, this is going to sound quite simple, this one, but people want to be in a room with them. You are standing at the very start of something special, which is the age of humanity. And this age, the most valuable thing you'll ever build is everything, literally everything, that makes you human. So here is what I'd like you to do. Don't let these notes die in a drawer somewhere. Pick one of the 5, just one. And for the next 7 days, practice it on purpose. Ask that braver question. Walk into a room that you've been avoiding. Make that call that nobody else wants to make. Because these 5 are like muscles. They only grow when you use them. So start today. Start with 1. You are the humans in the room, these beautiful, crazy, wonderful beings. You are the point. And please, please don't ever forget that, because AI masters what already exists. But you, every one of you, are the architects of what's next.